Okay, first, we're gonna do this agreement. So, do you agree to have this interview posted on all my social media pages?
Hmm.
I need a yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, and if you don't want to answer a question, you can always say no.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. Come on with the sippy sip. Bring us in, bud. Let's get it.
Okay, literally, it's no pressure. I'm your host, Bangem Bugg.
It's your girl, Just K for real.
And we got a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's good, everybody? It's your girl, KishaRyder.
Yeah.
Checking in.
Tell them.
Okay, so tell everybody where you from.
I'm an Army brat, so, I don't really have, like, a hometown, so to speak. I was born in Germany.
All Army brats be born in Germany,
Yeah,
right?
I was born in Germany, so I moved around a lot growing up.
Okay, so you grew up with both your parents, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what's your relationship with your dad?
I'm crying.
God damn.
I'm cracking up.
Straight out the gate. No, like, we got a beefing right now. But ultimately, like, I have a good relationship with my dad.
Why y'all beefing? I'm crying.
Like, some stuff had went down during Thanksgiving, and we just haven't talked since then.
Y'all still beefing since Thanksgiving?
Girl.
It's about to be Thanksgiving again.
Hopefully we'll get it together.
You gonna be the bigger person to talk to him?
That's something I've been contemplating. Damn, why y'all hit me with this question first? Like, first out the gate.
Girl, watch the show. Everybody get hit with this shit.
But, all in all, like, I have a good relationship with my dad.
That's what's up.
Okay, and what about your mom? What y'all beefing?
No, I don't have no beef with my mom.
Okay.
I don't have no beef with my mom.
Okay, so give me a traumatic experience you had as a child.
As a child?
Yeah.
Damn.
She's like, I don't know my childhood.
I can say this. I won't say the other thing. But when I was in kindergarten and I was like the only black girl in the class, so that was like the first time that I really experienced discrimination, racism, or whatever. Like for whatever reason, my teachers separated me from the rest of the class.
Word? In
And,
Germany?
like, no, I was living in Kentucky at the time. And basically separated me from the class, put me in the corner, had like all the white kids point at me and laugh.
What?
So, yeah.
What your parents do?
Oh, my mom came up to the school.
Uh-huh.
Like, I went home crying, and my mom, she came up to the school and basically talked to the teacher, talked to the class, and yeah.
She nipped that shit in the bud.
Yeah. Like, I didn't have any problems after that. I didn't have
Okay.
no problems after that. So,
That sounds like a lawsuit, though.
I mean, I was 5. I don't know.
Right, she like, she couldn't tell them to sue.
I was 5.
Damn sure. Especially nowadays. You definitely catch a lawsuit with that shit.
Yeah, that sounds like a few million.
Okay.
Okay, your biggest heartbreak and what did you learn from it?
Biggest heartbreak. I don't really feel like I've had a heartbreak to where I was just completely distraught. I just know what type of nigga not to talk to no more.
Ooh, it was a lesson.
Yeah, but I wasn't like heartbroken, but it was just time to let it go. It was very, very toxic. So
What was so toxic about it?
I was young at the time, so it was always the breakup to make up, but then
This was like in school or
Mhm.
like, okay.
yeah, and then like a girl had reached out to me,
Oh,
said that
shit.
she had slept with him, and then we go through that whole little debacle.
Hold on, wait. Was you ready to fight over it?
I wasn't ready to fight her. Like
okay.
I pulled up on her, and she and I we talked. We had a grown adult conversation for us to be so young, and my beef wasn't with her, but of course, you know, he lied, he denied, but I didn't believe him.
Girl, yes.
So, you know, went through the whole thing, pulled up to the house, he called the police on me, like all kind of shit. So, yeah.
Oh, now he was telling.
Yeah. Called the police on me, then called my dad. And my dad was like, you got 30 minutes to get home.
Oh, my God.
And my commute was probably 40 minutes. I made it in 25.
How old were you?
I was like 21, 22 at the time.
Your dad like, hey, get your ass
Yeah.
up there. Not
Yeah.
21. I was like, nah, Dad, this shit gotta wait.
Yeah, so I had to let that go.
Okay, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. It was a TikToker, right? He went up to this couple and he told them to call their best friends to see what they be doing on girls and guys night. And the guy called his best friend and he said, I be tapping that ass. So she was like, oh my God, you getting fucked? So what would you do if that happened to you?
He called his male best friend, and
Yeah,
the friend was like, he be fucking him?
Yeah, he was like, he said, so what? He said, what you mean when we like out or when we by ourselves?
Oh my God!
And he was like, by ourselves, and he was like, I'll be tapping that ass.
Oh,
And this is her
Boyfriend.
Oh nah.
Nah. What you
We
do?
don't play them types of games. Mm-mm.
You just gonna leave? What you do?
Yeah, like that's weird.
You seem like a sensible person.
That's weird.
Like
Nah.
I'm gonna just leave.
Yeah.
Hell nah.
You can't.
Why you ain't
You can't
tell
compete
me?
with that.
Nah, you can't. It's a dick.
You can't compete with that.
Well, you can strap on.
Okay, that's different.
Can you do that?
Strap a nigga down?
Yeah.
Nah,
Oh God.
I don't think. Nah, gay men can't do it for me.
Okay.
That's not my shit.
Okay, so a meaningful moment you wish you could relive.
A meaningful moment I wish I could relive. Probably my wedding. Yeah.
And matter of fact, how long y'all been married?
3 years.
When your anniversary?
September 28th.
Come on, off the
Yeah.
top. You gotta be ready with that shit.
So yeah, probably my wedding. Like we had a really, really good time.
So when he proposed, did he do real romantic or he was just like in bed with like,
Child. We had to double that back. We had 2 proposals.
The first one wasn't public enough?
No, it didn't need to be public. It was just, you know, the way he went about it the first time wasn't really, we wouldn't go with that.
Okay,
Okay.
so give a guy advice on proposing, like a guy who might be watching this who think about proposing, like how should he do it?
I mean, I think that it should be very well planned out. You know, if you know that's not really your thing, get with some of her homegirls, her best friends, try to figure out, you know, how you can come together to plan the proposal. But ultimately, like, of course, you know, they're going to be nervous, they're going to be shy, but, you know, you got to get all those butterflies out.
She like, you gotta be bold.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big step, because, you know, I'm not proposing to no nigga, so I'm not doing that.
Well, I mean, I think women should be happy with whatever they get.
I'm crying.
Cause 1 out of 4 get married, right? So women should be happy that a nigga even proposing, right?
No. You gonna take any nigga that proposed to you?
Well, I mean, women should.
Would you accept a female proposal?
I think you would.
If I got kids by or something, like I guess. But I'll be like, let me do it or something. I
So
wouldn't
you'll be
just
like,
tell her
yeah,
no, but I'll be like, just give me a chance to do it. But, okay. Last time life has made you panic and why?
Last time life was made panic. That's been a while. I haven't panicked in, I say, about 2 years.
Amen.
2.
What was like something financial or something?
No, it was, yeah, I went through a very traumatic situation where I was hospitalized. So yeah, that's probably like the most I panicked.
You were panicking about being in the hospital, or?
Well, I was pregnant at the time,
Mhm.
and so ultimately, you know, ended up losing the baby. So
I'm sorry.
that was just like a panicking type of situation. Very unexpected. Didn't know what was gonna happen. So, that's just how my emotions were going at the time. But since then, I've been pretty cool. So I haven't had like any major things happen. I think that was enough.
Okay.
So, I think that was enough.
A lot of people, when they go through like really, really hard shit, I feel like they have like this silver lining. Hey, that's me, y'all. But like this silver lining at the end of it,
Yeah.
Do you feel like after you went through that experience that something bigger and better came your way?
I feel like it's in process. I don't know. I don't want to say that it's not. I don't have anything, but I feel like whatever is coming is in process.
So you feel like that it works that way?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes your worst pain brings your biggest blessing. So that's the way I have to look at the situation. Like, people can sit and harbor on bad things that happen, but, life ain't going to stop. Time is going to keep going. So, you just got to make a decision on what you want to do with that. So I made a decision that I wasn't going to sulk and I was just going to keep going forward. So that's what I've been doing.
Come on, strength.
Come on, strength.
Yes.
Okay, so should a woman like who abort a baby, should she get mad like if she have a miscarriage one day? Like, ain't this the same thing? Like,
I didn't abort the baby.
No, he's saying in that situation. So if someone has had an abortion, do you think she got it right? I guess.
Yeah, to be like angry if she have like a miscarriage and sad about it.
I mean, there's different reasons as to why women get abortions. So I know people who have had a few abortions. So I don't know. I think it just depends on where you are in your life. So, I think if it's meant to be, then...
You think it's right?
I don't think it's right or wrong. I just think it depends on the person.
So you don't care. You minding your business.
Yeah. I just think it depends on the person, So.
Sure, I mean the same thing though. Like, if just because you had an abortion, that don't mean you don't want the next
killer. That's what it means.
But that don't mean you ain't want the other one. You probably ain't want the first one, but then you get.
But like I said, there's different reasons as to why women get abortions.
So you don't feel like God give you what you need when you're supposed to have it?
Yeah.
And you be like, fuck that, God.
Nah,
I don't want this motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Give me a couple more years.
If you do it, that was probably still like God's work. Like, something that you could probably tell you.
But
God can tell you like this ain't what it is. Like,
so
this is not what
that God got something to do with it.
I mean, your path is what? It's either fate or it's not. It depends on what you believe in. If you believe that your path is this is what it's supposed to be because this is what it's supposed to be, then that's just your fate. So I might be supposed to get rid of this joint right now because it's not the time for me to have it.
Right.
So I'm thanking God for abortion, huh?
Amen.
Okay. Okay.
Choice.
Okay. It's an option. So clearly God made everything right.
Yeah.
God made it an option.
He made killers, just like
Yep.
in jail. They just got skirts on. Okay. Negative things that women should accept in the industry.
Should accept?
Yeah. Because, you have to accept bullshit, like when niggas be coming at you constantly saying,
I mean, yeah. I guess that and, I guess the different commentary that you'll get from people online, that comes with the territory. People trying to get over on you, scamming, all kind of shit be going on. So
you said accept it or just like understand that it's coming?
Just understand that it's coming. But sometimes you have to accept that that's what happens, but that doesn't mean that, that's something that you have to necessarily partake in. It's just a part of the business, probably.
You've been through any negative experiences, like industry-wise, or just pursuing your career path?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. People not wanting to give me my music,
After you record?
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's happened.
And what you do?
I had to I had to get Clay involved.
What he running down on niggas?
He didn't want to give me my
Welcome
music, so I was trying to put it on the hard drive and shift everything over, and he was just giving me the runaround. And I was actually getting ready to move to Atlanta, so I needed my music, and for whatever reason, he didn't want to give it to me, and niggas talking about intellectual property and all kind of stuff like that, and eventually I got it. But then I had one guy who talked about wanting to be my manager, and we were going to talk about shooting a video and all of that, and he's like, well, just give me $300 and I'll take care of the rest. He didn't want to talk about nothing.
$300.
Yeah, like
you got no manager anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you do it?
No.
Oh
No.
Some people get swindled, girl.
Yeah. So it's just you just gotta be careful.
Was he in Atlanta?
Mhm.
Okay, with the scammers.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful.
Atlanta guy about the scammers.
You're gonna make mistakes, and whatever mistakes you make, you just gotta learn from them. So.
Yeah, you can't warn people about like doing you wrong. Like you gotta beat their ass.
Oh no.
you beating their ass.
It make you look weak. You be like, yeah, man. Next time I'm gonna do this. You just gotta
definitely
go on that shit. Okay. I guess the best and worst compliment on your music.
The best. I don't know. People say they fucking with it, and the worst could probably be a comment on something that's never gotten released. Like sometimes I've been to the studio before and I record something thinking that it's hot, and my engineer be like, "Nah, that ain't." That ain't it. So yeah.
So do you base your stuff off of what other people say, like when you make it?
Not all the time, but like if I'm trying to do something new, that's kind of different from what I'm used to doing, then I'll ask his opinion on it. So and sometimes he'll say he thinks I can do better, or change this or get a different beat or something like that.
So I ask my artists this, like, what's your goal, or what do you want to hear when you put something out? What are the compliments that are like, okay, I'm doing exactly what the fuck I aim to do?
Like when you can see the positive feedback from people, like if they commenting on your social media or texting you, or saying, oh man, you've grown. That's another thing. Like people can actually hear the growth in my music and what I've been doing, so that lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. So yeah, that's the main thing. Like people telling me that they can definitely hear the growth and hear the passion, and even when it comes down to just the sound of the music itself, like fucking with it. So
okay, so you like when people like, I'm fucking with that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, should a woman have some type of fear for her husband or man, or should it just be all love?
What you mean? Oh my God!
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Cause women they feel if you're a pushover, they'll do certain shit, but
I don't fear my husband, but I definitely respect him.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's like certain stuff that women would do, like I wouldn't even try with him. You just know, like there's a line, and I just know.
Would you try it with somebody else?
What line I had to cross? I mean, I have.
What's an example of some shit like you would run on a past person that you was like, nah, I'll never do that to my husband?
Shit, cheat. Probably cheat. Yeah.
Yeah, because black women don't cheat. So don't tell us that no more.
We don't.
what? This make up shit day or something?
Man, we don't cheat. We do not cheat, bro.
But no, I don't fear him though. But I definitely respect him.
Yeah, you need to start a school or something, like teach that.
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna do
I
that
don't
shit.
know no women like that.
you just met one. She said she's
Everybody
reformed.
say that. Everybody say that. Okay, a song or a moment that brings you to tears. Well, a song and a moment.
Child, anything on my period. How about that?
A
Child, a different
song
bitch.
that brings me to tears.
Period light work. That ain't nothing.
Niggas can never take
I
it.
haven't heard a song that makes me cry in a while. I'm trying to think.
Way back.
In the time. I don't know about that one. We're gonna have to come back to that.
Okay.
Come back to that because I'm not.
What about something that just
I
touches you in a different way? So like, for example, our motivation. Like I'm listening to Megan Thee Stallion when I'm trying to get piped up to just go do some shit because like she always talking about some shit she doing. What's a song?
I would say it's a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all Nipsey Hussles though.
Yes.
Real Big that he has with Marsha Ambrosius. I like Blue Laces. I like that song. And probably Victory Lap.
And they all hit you with the motivation vibe.
Yeah.
You be like, oh yeah, I'm about to kill this day.
Yeah. I actually that whole album really, you know, if I need some motivation, I could definitely put that on.
I've been getting more into him a little bit. I keep hearing different things on XM radio, and I'm like, oh shit. Because I still haven't listened to that last album and stuff.
Oh, the Victory Lap?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you definitely gotta check that out. For
I
sure.
don't like none of this music.
For real?
You don't like
You
his
listen?
music?
I mean, just what I've heard, I don't like it.
Man, I like his lyrics. Like, he say certain shit, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm listening now. Like, he say some real shit.
I mean, you have.
What don't you like about it?
I just don't like his voice,
The
like
flow.
how he put it together. I mean, if I don't hear a single that I like, I'm not gonna try to tap into more. So I haven't. Only song that I like was with the Roddy Rich. So that's the only thing that I kind of like.
I'm trying to think of the song.
I can't think of it off the top of my head.
But it's probably because it's because of the collab with Roddy Rich that make you listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, he doing the hook, so I mean, it's basically his song. It's just Nipsey on it.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't get into it. Okay, getting to some more news. It was a 15-year-old girl. She was strip searched because she was suspected of having cannabis without her parents being present. So I guess tell me a situation where like the police was like doing too much. You ever experienced it? Yeah.
Oh no, I ain't had no run-ins with the police. I don't play with the police. No.
Y'all can't mess with the police.
Nah.
I got a news story. So it was this girl. It was a 16-year-old girl. This is on the Streets morning show, Young Jock show, whatever. So they do the little second date update. So the lady called in. Basically, she was engaged, but her fiance called the wedding off because he found out that his daughter went to his fiance to go get an abortion, and they did it behind his back, and he had to find out later. So do you think that he was like right to call off the wedding, like to be that man to call off the wedding?
I think for him it was probably a matter of trust.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, you went help my daughter get a whole abortion. Like, I don't know. It probably had to do with trust. He probably felt like he wouldn't be able to trust her anymore because she didn't tell him. I mean, I mean, I've never had to go through that process, but I feel like, you know, it's steps to take in order to go through with it. So she had plenty of time to tell him, so that's probably why he did it.
Well, she was like, one, that the girl's 16, she don't need to have a baby, and that the girl was going to get it done with or without her. And so she just went to go hold it down and like beat it with her.
But I mean, honestly, he probably would have supported the decision, but it's
he
the
didn't,
fact that
girl. He was
wanted her to have the
he was
baby?
like, we would have kept it and we would have took care of it. And she was like, and that's probably why she didn't want to come to you in the first place, because she knew that you would be like that.
Yeah. I can understand that, because I would have been like, bitch, you supposed to have more loyalty to me than my child. That's how I would look at it. So yeah, that's like, how the fuck you fucking with her before me? So.
But I mean, at that point, it's like your little daughter, like, if you got a relationship with the child and they felt comfortable enough to come to you with that shit and be like, don't go to my dad, or, you know, don't go to my mom. Like, what do you think it's, I don't think it's called off the wedding worthy. Like, but I understand the trust fucker, like, damn, like, y'all ain't tell me this. But at the same time, I understand you helped my child. You feel me?
That ain't helping. To
It-
murder?
What you want your 16-year-old daughter to have a baby?
She shouldn't be out there giving that shit up like that anyway. So you should be accountable for what you do.
Oh hell nah! You gonna make your daughter have a baby?
I ain't gonna make her. I mean, I wouldn't kick her out like the old days, like bitch, get away from the family, you fucking shit up. But
Mm-hmm.
you gonna be accountable for what you do. That's how I would look at it.
Hell no.
I think he did right.
You think he did right by calling it out? You think he did too?
I mean, she should have to work for his trust or something. But
Yeah, because they don't tell him what happened before that. You know, they could have had other issues before that. So that could have been the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, he broke up with her ass. Like,
Yeah.
not even, I'll holler at you later. He like, nah, shawty, I'm straight.
Right.
he probably didn't want to.
That's what I feel like. He ain't want to marry her anyway.
Yeah, he probably was.
That
like,
was
looking
an
for a
excuse.
reason.
Yeah, and she
probably.
did it. He like, oh, fuck this. Like, that's what I'm like, he just ain't want to marry her because ain't no way.
Yeah, she probably was on her last little string and she fucked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anything you done that you ashamed of?
No regrets.
No.
I'm sure she wouldn't tell it.
No regrets.
Okay, that's that business woman. Said hell nah.
No, it's just all a part of my life. So no, I don't have any regrets.
Okay, who has been the realest guy in your life and who has been the fakest guy in your life and why?
The realest guy. This guy.
Hey.
And the fakest.
She thinking about that shit her daddy did.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Probably this guy that I talked to when I was in college. Yeah.
You gotta give us more than that.
He was just one of those people that, you know, this is just for this time. But definitely we're not going to go beyond this moment. And yeah, he definitely wasn't any good for me at all. To the point where I knew I needed to get out of that situation.
Well, what made him fake?
I mean, he was talking to several different females, you know, a lot about the amount of kids he had.
Damn, how many kids he had?
He told me one, it ended up being 4.
Child,
Yeah.
that's why he lied.
Yeah. So it was just like, nah.
I mean, sometimes you don't know, like, because you might be like, so, because I've been in that situation, a girl be like, you got a kid, I'm like, well, I got to get this kid tested, so I don't really know. So it could have been like 3 people, like, we're
Nah,
going
no.
to get.
It's like he knew.
Yeah.
She like, nah, he knew he
He
had these.
definitely knew.
He over here spending Christmas with the kids and shit, talking about, nah, I just got one.
Okay, so, what's something that your husband not allowed to do?
Not allowed to?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shut it down.
Yeah, well, if he do it, it's over with.
Shit. Cheat?
You breaking up if you cheat?
Yeah. Definitely. Because I feel like, you know, you can have a conversation, you know, that could avoid the sneaking and all that other stuff.
Okay.
But
So if he tell you it's okay,
it depends on the situation.
like when, you know what I'm saying, you in the music industry, you know what I'm saying, you get busy, you start touring, it's every weekend, and then all of a sudden it's through the week, so he might see you like every couple weeks. You get what I'm saying? And he'd be like, hey babe, I need something.
It ain't gonna ride itself.
Right. It's not. I think that depends. You know, I feel like in marriage, as long as you're open and honest, I feel like, you know, when it comes down to certain things, then, you know, I think people compromise. So if I was in that situation, which I'm not right now, but if I was in that situation, then
Shut
that
the
might
hell
be
up.
But just him, like, just completely, like, having a whole nother situation, like, that's not gonna work for me.
Okay. What if it's not a situation if he like paid, like he just paid like a little free?
Oh hell no! Do that make it worse?
Nah.
Do that make it worse if he bought some pussy?
As long as he like, saying I love you, I want to have your, I want you to have my babies to another chick. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
Would that be worse, right?
Oh, you saying because it's disconnect? So he just
There's
paying
no
her?
feelings. He just like paying them.
You spend some money on some pussy? Hell no. You better take a trip.
Right.
You better pull up on me. Pull up on me.
Okay. A situation you was did wrong and the other person played victim.
I thought he was you over there laughing? He was like, yeah, she was dead wrong yesterday.
A situation where I was done wrong and the person played victim.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh, I had a situation at my old job, and my supervisor tried to make it seem like I was the problem, but it was really her. So, yeah.
Did you leave?
I did end up leaving.
What made you leave?
Because I felt like I was going to end up going to jail.
Ooh.
Like, for real. So, I just needed to not be there anymore.
So what was I know most jobs it be like it's always somebody there that talk to you like you want to slap the shit out of them. So like
that was the situation. It was the situation. It was just very hard because you want to be professional, go to work, do what you're supposed to do, and come home. But I don't know. I felt like she was kind of gunning for me, like targeting me for whatever reason. I don't know why. Because I thought she was cool. Like me and her, we had a good rapport. We had a nice working relationship, and then since just flipped the script.
She was from Georgia?
I don't remember where she was from.
That happened.
But she was single, had a bunch of cats.
She just called her basic and lonely. You lonely, so she gonna see this. I hope so.
So I didn't have this situation where I remember this guy, he used to like joke with me all the time, and I was like, nigga, I'll beat your motherfucking ass.
Why do you always seem like you want to resort to violence?
He kept, it's like high school where you ignore it, but they keep playing you like you won't do nothing. I was like, nigga, keep playing with me, I'll beat your ass for real. Cause I think he said something about my mama and everything. I said, say something else, I'll beat your motherfucking ass. I take my paper down. He didn't say nothing. Well, so like, after so long, you just can't keep taking this shit, man. Yeah. But I know how to check people with words though. Sometimes I just, I'd say shit back. But when you doing it too much, I'd be like, nah, nigga, you think I'm something to play with.
You be drawing a line in the sand. Yo ass ready.
The best game you've been given about men.
And who gave it to you?
The best game. Probably for my dad. Like, just don't let a man ever play you. Ever play with you. So I personally feel that I wouldn't even just say men, I just say people in relationships. Like you can only allow a person to do that's not what is it?
A person only do what you allow them to do.
Yeah, a person will only do what you allow them to do. So, I definitely set boundaries, rules in place or whatever ahead of time, like don't play with me.
That's good.
Please don't play with me.
What's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, you crazy? He laughed. She crazy.
No, it's contained.
Okay.
It's contained, but I definitely,
A lot of Capricorns I meet be drinking a lot. You drink a lot?
No.
For real?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Because there's not another option. So.
So you needed an option though.
Hey.
But you control that too.
Yeah.
Okay. Nah, my Capricorn friends be drunk.
I know they can't stick with. It's like they can't stick to their word. The Capricorns, I admit. They feel like they feel like they don't have to stand on what they say. They just like, I can change my mind and
if I want to. Yeah, they be on some fuck that shit, but no matter what. Yeah.
Okay. A moment you wish you could erase.
No regrets.
Oh yeah.
Nah, you
Well, if I
erase
had,
it.
yeah, probably my hospital stint a couple of years ago.
So when you married then?
Yeah.
And so did you feel like anybody turned their back on you?
Oh yeah, I definitely was. I had my group of people, but there was definitely people that I felt that would have been there that wasn't there.
Or that should have been there.
Yeah. So, but it's a lesson learned. Another lesson learned.
And some people will stick with you or try to be there for you because they think you finna get some money and they gonna be like, well, I stick with you through that. You should let me hold some.
Let me hold some. Cousin.
Okay, last time you lied to protect someone's feelings.
I haven't done that in a while. Yeah. I'm pretty honest.
Okay, shit,
Yeah, I'm pretty honest. But I'm tactful.
They be rude.
I try to be tactful. Yeah.
I don't know too many honest.
They be rude, is what I'm saying. Like, I don't see them trying to protect nobody's feelings.
Well, I mean,
I think it depends on the person.
Yeah.
It depends on the person.
Okay, I guess when you get into like something bad, do you in a bad relationship, you think it's healthy like to try to stay busy and try to avoid thinking about the person?
I've done that in the past, but I mean, eventually everything just kind of catches up to you.
So, what do you think the best thing to do?
Leave.
Hello. That's what I was looking for. I'm like,
yeah, leave. But I've definitely done that though.
Okay, and I guess when you started doing music, like, is it anybody you had to step away from because you feel like they not supposed to go to the next level with you?
No, I just feel like life situations cause that to happen. Like, say for instance, my situation that happened a couple of years ago, like, shit, that phased people out within itself, so I haven't like physically had to say, okay, I'm not messing with this person, I'm moving away from this person. Like, I don't know, I feel like whenever you're on a journey or wanting to accomplish any goals in life, I feel like that's just a part of the package. Like, everybody not gonna go with you. You're gonna have people that was there in the beginning, they're not gonna be there in the middle, they're not gonna be there in the end. So I just feel like that's just a part of everybody's
have
journey.
you already lost anyone along your journey that it was like in your mind you couldn't have fathomed this person?
Definitely.
Tell me about it.
It's quite a few. It's a few people.
We got time.
Okay.
Just not getting into like specifics as far as like name dropping or whatever. But like I said, when you've been there for people and you can recount the situations, the times, the moments where you pulled up, fix your schedule however you needed to do to be there for the person, and then when it's your turn to go through some unexpected shit, then you don't get that same in return. And so that had really like bothered me, like to the point where I just had to kind of close myself off to kind of manage all of those emotions and thoughts. Because when you feel like you alone in a situation where you could have like lost your life or something like that, and the people that you felt like was going to show up and ain't nobody show up for you, then that's like, damn, so I'm good now.
What you think feel worse, loneliness or guilt?
Loneliness.
Okay.
Definitely.
That shit be
loneliness.
aching, girl. That shit hurt.
Yeah, definitely loneliness. Because sometimes you be like, damn, you could see yourself being around, certain people or in the in crowd, and then next thing you know, shit, it's just you.
Dolo.
It's just you. But like I said, I feel like everybody goes through that. You know, I feel like that's just a part of the package, like I said.
Don't Nipsey got a quote like, "Don't put your expectations on me or something. Your expectations on yourself."
I've
It's some
seen
shit like
I've
that.
seen a relationship quote like that, like basically like you disappoint people because of their expectation of who you were supposed to be or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can't expect nobody to help you. Like that's
Right.
even because I do it. Like you help somebody and you might need them for something, and then they be like, "Oh, I got to charge," and you been and did like 10 things free for them. So it's just like they ain't gonna do it, man.
Right.
Just don't go out of your way for nobody because you're gonna look stupid.
I mean, everybody ain't you. That's what I
Right.
go by. Ain't nobody me. So if I do it, it's because I want to.
Yeah, because I mean, even in that situation, like I'm not sitting here like, oh, I ain't never gonna help nobody ever again because of what my situation was. Like, no, I mean that's just the type of person that I am. So, you know, you're not doing things to expect it in return, but
Right.
you know, goddamn,
Right.
You could've
It's
pulled up on a
disappointing.
bitch.
Right. Okay. Pop out, friend.
Right.
What the fuck?
Okay, as far as your music, do you got like a song that means the most to you and why?
Probably my song "Good Enough." That was the second song I had ever wrote, and I don't know, like during the writing process, that was like a very emotional type of thing. So that song is definitely one that's gonna stay close to my heart, no matter however many records I make, how many EPs or albums or whatever. Like that song is definitely the one for me.
Okay, as far as like music, like what do you want to be, like the biggest artist, the biggest songwriter, or like what's your goal?
I definitely want to be a songwriter ultimately. I'm just looking at longevity, in ways that I can expand my creativity. So ultimately, I want to be a songwriter, but I also want to, you know, get out on the scene and be an artist. But I don't want to be like just super, 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 super big. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I never wanted the pandemonium of it all. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could choose an artist to be like as far as status, then I would pick like maybe like a J. Cole or somebody. But it's like he still is a big artist in his own right, but he can still have his own life. So that's what I would probably compare.
J. Cole, like one of the biggest artists in the world.
I mean, he's a big artist, but when I think of, you know, the fact that he can ride around in New York, or, you know, he can still live a regular life and just not be just compensated with a bunch of stuff and a bunch of people. So
you mean like
just living
the
off
crowds?
the grid.
Yeah, you saying?
Yeah, just being able to live off the grid, cause he pop out when he want to pop out. So.
I mean, you can be the biggest thing. Like Dave Chappelle, like the biggest comedian in the world. Like he can still like do all the regular shit. He stay in his hometown. It's just, I guess, on how you live your life.
Yeah.
So, I guess tell us about your latest projects you got coming out.
I actually just released my EP Concrete Moments on March 1st. So we actually after we leave here, we're gonna shoot a video for one of the singles called Fake Friends. So yeah, it's available on all platforms. You can find it Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere.
When the video gonna be ready?
I think I'm gonna put it out on the 1st.
Come on, first of the month drops.
I think I'm gonna put it out on the 1st. So I'm excited about that. So yeah.
Okay. Anything you want to say, Kate, before we get out of here?
Yeah, you got a picture. You sat in front of this quote. There's nothing more dangerous than someone who wants to make the world a better place. What made you want to sit in front of that? What that mean to you, and what you feel like you doing to do that? I guess to make the world a better place.
I have always been a person that has put other people before me. And, you know, I feel like when I started the journey of recording and putting music out, that I really wanted to do something for myself. And in doing that, I know that with the gift that I have as far as music is concerned, that I want to be able to impact a lot of people. I want to be able to change people's lives, whether it is through my music. You know, I'm going to be launching my Good Enough Foundation this year. So we'll be doing, putting together like a drive for the fall of this year. So basically, you know, helping the homeless community, mental health education, you know, that's something I'm very, very passionate about. So just beyond the music, like there's a lot of other things that I want to be able to get into and open up, maybe like a youth center for education, fine arts education, just allowing teenagers a place to go to congregate, to learn, to continue to grow, because that's something that I had when I was growing up. And I don't really hear about youth centers and stuff too much nowadays. You know, the YMCA or the Boys and Girls Club was really, really big. So that's something that I want to do, definitely. So I'm hoping that with whatever income I'm able to get from this music, that I'll be able to expand that. So yeah, I just want to continue to be a good human being, and you know, help people in my family. You know, there's a lot of people that I want to reach back and be able to help them progress. So that's my main focus. Is not me wanting to be, you know, a flashy rapper with all the jewelry. Like, I really want to do things to help people that don't necessarily have the resources to be able to make their dreams come true. So that's something that I definitely want to do.
Well, I always
Just
promote
do my
people.
part.
I always promote people to like combine the things that they already enjoy doing. The way that you're already a writer, you can start like a writing clinic for the kids.
Yeah.
Like I've done that with kids in inner cities, and you'll come out with some songs from them.
Yeah.
Like they have a lot to say. You know, people who got a story, got a lot to say. So that could be something you could do with it. You know, reaching out part too.
Sure. Definitely.
Okay, so have you ever experienced like being homeless or dealt with mental like issues with people in your family and stuff like that?
Well, I actually work in mental health, but I've never experienced like me personally being homeless. But I've definitely had people in my family that suffer from, you know, anxiety, depression, PTSD. You know, we've had alcoholism, you know, stuff like that. So it's definitely been challenging, but I think nowadays there's a lot more education that's out there. There's a lot more resources. Therapy is available. So, you know, I think it's just a matter of if people want to take advantage of what's out there, if they want to get better or not. So,
Sure.
Okay. One more thing. Why do women cheat? Like, what's the main reason? Like,
Black women don't.
the top
well,
two things.
I can only say the reason why I did it was because he cheated first. So,
You was on get back.
yeah. So it wasn't like I was just, I just met a guy and nah, it wasn't nothing like that. It was he cheated first, I cheated back.
So did you feel like fulfilled, like it was satisfaction, or you just was like?
No, I actually felt really bad about it, and then I told him. So
Did you
Yeah.
cry?
I did.
Okay, it'd be like that.
I did. I
Be like
did.
that.
Like I did. I cried. Like,
Afterwards?
like when I was telling him about it. Yeah.
Because
I cried.
black women be loyal, man.
Yeah,
Nobody-
'cause I
they
didn't-
don't want to do that
You
shit.
know, it's definitely like an impulsive decision, but you know, I'm like, you're not about to get one up on me.
So you
But
actually
ultimately,
lost.
I guess you could say that. Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
How much you lost?
Yeah.
He won in the end. He got one up on you.
Nah.
Okay, I guess we're gonna wrap this up, man. Anything else, Kay?
No.
Okay.
Yes, you know.
Okay, literally it's no pressure. And I guess we're gonna see y'all next week, man, and we out.